Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most important shifts in 20th century philosophy, Ludwig Wittgenstein's transition from his picture theory of meaning to the use theory of meaning. Let's break it down. In his early work, the Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, which was published in 1921, Wittgenstein proposed the picture theory of meaning. According to this theory, language functions like a picture of reality. Here's the idea, a proposition, or a statement has meaning because it mirrors or represents a possible state of affairs in the world. For example, if I say the cat is on the mat, this sentence is meaningful because it corresponds to a real-world situation where a cat is indeed on a mat. In this framework, the structure of a proposition aligns with the structure of reality. Wittgenstein believed that the limits of language were also the limits of the world. In other words, what we can meaningfully speak about is restricted to what can be pictured or represented in logical form. But Wittgenstein changed his mind. Later in life, in Philosophical Investigations, published posthumously in 1953, he rejected the picture theory and developed the use theory of meaning. Let's understand why. First, Wittgenstein realized that language is far more complex than simply mirroring reality. He saw that most of our everyday language doesn't function like a picture at all. Think of words like hope, love, or game. These concepts don't correspond to any clear, simple picture of reality. Second, he noticed that language works in different ways depending on context. It isn't just about representing facts, but about performing various functions. For example, when I say, "I promise to help you," I'm not describing a fact, I'm performing the act of making a promise. Third, Wittgenstein began to see meaning as something rooted in social practices. Meaning isn't something fixed by a one-to-one correspondence between words and the world. Instead, the meaning of a word depends on how it's used within a particular language game. These language games refer to the different contexts in which language operates: science, poetry, conversation, commands, and so on. Each has its own rules and purposes. Critically, this shift emphasizes use over representation. While the picture theory tried to tie language tightly to reality, the use theory shows how language gets its meaning from human activities and interactions. So why does this matter? Wittgenstein's later philosophy reminds us that understanding language means looking at how it's used in the real world, not just how it might picture reality. It's a move from a rigid, logical view of language to a more fluid, practical one.